Hello guys and welcome to my YouTube channel once again. So in today's video we're going to be looking at Puma crash pairs. Alright, we're going to go through different Puma crash pairs and we'll look for any of them that will give us a good setup. Alright, so we're going to start with crash 600 index. That's what I have on my screen right now. Alright, so on the daily time frame, do we have a setup? Looking at what we have right here, let's see. I think we have this. Let's see. Okay, this is a bullish structure right here. That looks like a bullish structure right there. Okay. All right. So therefore means we are expecting the market to buy. So we do not have a setup at the moment. There has to be a pullback, a break of structure here. First of all, there has to be a break of structure here by market going above this high on this daily time frame. Then it pulls back before we look for an entry. That's what we see on this daily time frame. But on the 4 hourly time frame, let's quickly check because from the look of things, this is actually a structure that the market can give profit. Let's look at it on the 4 hourly time frame. Okay, so we have a structure here and it already played out. Okay, it is a structure right now on this particular time frame, on the 4 hourly time frame. Okay, so you can see the market pulled back and then continued moving, like, as you can see. All right, let me get the red line tool. As you can see, we had this is a higher high, this is a high, this is a low, higher high, higher low. Now this is a new higher high. The market pulled back to this level, then continued buying up to this level here. All right, although from the look of things with the Fibonacci retracement tool, I'm not sure the market actually reversed to where it's supposed to get to. Okay, so it was almost at the point we started reversing. So at this point, we do not have a setup here for this pair right now. We do not have a setup except this. The current high on the 4 hourly time frame is broken. The market pulls back to create a higher low. Then you can take an entry to enjoy the buys. Okay, so let's quickly check another boom and crash pair. Okay, boom 500 index. All right, it's been selling massively on this 4 hourly time frame. Right now, the structure looks bearish because of the high and the higher lows. So the lower highs and the lower lows. Like this is a high, this is a low, it's a lower high, and this was actually a low before the market then broke, went below it. So we have to look at it on the higher time frame to really understand what the market is doing. So on the daily time frame, wow, on the daily time frame, we can see we have a head and shoulders pattern. We have a head and shoulders pattern here, and this is supposed to be the neckline. All right, so the current daily candlestick has gone below this neckline, and so we are expecting some massive sales, but we cannot guarantee that at the moment. We have to wait for the market to actually successfully close below this zone. All right, the market has to close below this zone, then we have to see a pullback before we can think of taking some sales. So if the current candlestick closes bearish, the next candlestick comes back to retest this zone and closes bullish, then there's very high chance you'll be taking some massive sales on this pair. All right, you can take some massive sales on this pair. It's going to be selling massively. And also looking at this time frame and the pattern that is formed here, I think if we go to a higher time frame, we might still spot something. All right, okay, you can see on the weekly time frame. Okay, on the weekly time frame, we can see there's a consolidation here. All right, there's a consolidation on the weekly time frame. We have so many weekly candlesticks here placed side by side. So as it is now, if we have that breakout on the daily time frame, we have to be careful with that particular breakout. It might end up being a fake out. All right, the market might sell for some days, then before the end of the week, before the end of this week, the market closes bullish, like closes bearish above this zone. So meaning what we had on the daily time frame was actually would be a fake out. I'm not telling you that's what is going to happen. I'm just telling you to be careful with if the market later closes and gives you an opportunity to take some sales on the daily time frame. You have to be careful about it because the market can still come back to close. The market can still reverse. All right, because I think this is where the market can possibly sell to. Looking at the fact that the market had bought from here before, you can see this zone on this weekly time frame. So if the market sells down to this level on the daily time frame, If you spot an opportunity, let's go to the daily time frame again. If you spot an opportunity, like maybe the market, the current candlestick closes bearish as it is, then it pulls back to close bullish on this zone, not above the zone, on this zone, then you take an entry from here. Trust me, you can take some nice sales, but make sure that you take your profit before the market gets to this level. There is a chance that it can reverse from this level, and it might reverse in such a way that you notice is boom. It doesn't take it to more than a day to spike such that it closes above this zone. And for that reason, you go to the daily weekly time frame and you notice the market only dropped a week down here. All right. So to be very sure and convinced about the breakout, it must happen on the weekly time frame because that's the highest time frame we are finding the consolidation. I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain there. All right. So for this pair now, you have to wait to see what the market does on the daily time frame so you can take some quick sales. Then keep an eye on the weekly time frame too. Then we have to go to a different pair. The next pair will be crash 1000 index. All right, so crash 1000 index here. I took a trade on this pair. I think it was today. Yeah. All right. Currently, we have a consolidation right here, or would I say a double bottom? Okay, think we can call it consolidation at the bottom. If the market is able to break and close above this, then there's going to be massive buys. All right. The thing is that after the market broke out of this level here, we had a level where the market broke out from there. It did not do a proper retest on this zone. So I feel that's what the market will want to do. You'd want to buy to do a proper retest on this zone here. All right. But then we have to see a successful breakout on this time frame. Else, if you find an opportunity within this range, then you can just take some quick sells and buys and then wait for the market to do the successful breakout, either to the upside or to the downside. So, but I took a trade on this pair. If you go to the 4 hourly time frame, I spotted an opportunity. All right, so I saw this. I saw this. So after noticing that the market is actually the market got to this resistance zone, then with this trend line, okay, I drew a trend line somewhere there and I placed another one somewhere here. Okay, so placing the trend line right here, you can see that the market created higher highs and higher lows. Let me just duplicate this. The market created higher highs. This is a higher high, and this is a high, this is a higher high, and then this is a low, this is a higher low. So I spotted this structure here. The market was somewhere around here. So I went down to the 15 minutes to the 1 hourly time frame because on this 4 hourly time frame, if you look closely, you'll see there was no break of structure here. There wasn't any break of structure. So I went to the 1 hourly time frame and I spotted the break of structure on the 1 hourly time frame. So after the break of structure, I I want the market to, I don't want to take an aggressive sell from here. I wanted to see a change of character. As you can see, the market sold, created a change of character. Then it pulled back from here. It sold. I was actually expecting it to buy up to this level before it starts selling. So I didn't get an opportunity to take the trade at that point. This is where I actually expected it to buy to before it starts selling massively. But that did not happen. So since that did not happen, I actually waited. I just waited. Then I spotted another zone. I spotted another zone right here. Let me duplicate this. Okay. I spotted another zone right here, and I knew if the market can just close below that zone, then there's a very high chance I can still make some, I get some entries there. All right. So I noticed that this four-hourly candlestick, this bearish candlestick, it was a spike. This particular candlestick closed below. So, and I looked at it, it went below this level here, where the market sold previously along that same zone. So I knew it would possibly be doing a kind of a retest on this zone. Then I can take some sales. So I took the sales around this level and it sold out to this level. The only thing is that I didn't hold the trade for a long time. I think I held the trade up to about $42 position per position because it's actually a bullish market. From the structure we are seeing here, it is bullish. So taking a sell at this taking a sell should be quick. Take a quick sell and you step out of the market. All right. So though I was still expecting the market to possibly sell down to maybe somewhere here. Where is that level? Okay, I expected the market to possibly sell down to Then I'll sit on the 4 hourly time frame. On the 4 hourly time frame. So I expected the market to sell to where we had this breakout. Where we had this previous breakout. I expected the market to sell to this level. On getting to this level, then I'll find my entry. I'll find an entry to take the buy since the structure is bullish. Take the buys, but it did not get there, so there's no problem with that. At least I made some profit, and then so you can see the market did not get to this zone, but it started buying. So that's for that. And then currently, as it is, we do not have any setup for this particular pay right now. I do not have any setup for this pay as it is until the market is able to break structure again or create a change of character before we look for another opportunity on this pair. All right. So let's just quickly check another pair. Crash 500 index. Crash 500 index. Okay, on crash 500 index, let's see on the this is a 4 hourly time frame. This 4 hourly time frame, you can see we have a change of character already at this point. You can see we have a change of character already at this point. The market went above this higher low, so a lower high. So there's a change of character, meaning the market is expected to pull back like what it's doing now, then to start buying massively. All right. So if you look at it on a daily time frame, let's look at the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, and in fact, if you can remember with this pair, I think I've been analyzing this pair for some time now. On the weekly time frame, I remember when I mentioned that we expected the market to come down to this level. If the market comes down to this level, then we would possibly see some massive buys. So this is the level, and the market got to this level. You can see the rejections. So meaning there's a chance the market will be buying from this zone to the upside. There's a chance it's going to be buying from this zone to the upside. So meaning on the daily time frame, on this daily time frame, you see the market sold down to this level, then created a lower high, and now if the market can successfully just change character at this point, like create change of character on this 4 hourly time frame, then so this daily time frame, then it pulls back, it will be a very nice opportunity to take some massive buys. All right, so if the market can just do that on this daily time frame, it is going to be massive buys on this pair. But right now where we have the change of character is just on the 4 hourly time frame, meaning that if we are taking any entry, let's say you, because as you can see now we have a change of character here, and then we have a zone somewhere here. There's a zone somewhere here. Let's mark that zone because the market is actually acting along a zone. There's a zone there if you look closely. Moment, okay. So there's a zone there that the market is acting on now. So even if you take an entry from this zone, you should always remember this particular level here. This is a daily time frame, lower high, where the market has to go above before we have a change of character. So if maybe by chance you are able to spot an opportunity to take a buy from where the market currently is, let's say you are taking an entry here or even here, do not allow your trade to go beyond this level here at the moment until once the market gets to this level here, take your profit, wait for it to finally break and go above this level, this particular high here, before you think of holding more trades or taking in more positions or new positions. Just close the current ones you have because the market can possibly reverse from here. All right, there is no break of structure, there's no change of character. It can reverse and can still go back to the original zone, which is this weekly time frame zone. Can still go back to that zone, as you can see. All right, so if you are scalping, just take some little profit, step out of the market. This little movement here can still give you something very significant. You can make so much profit only from this little movement here. All right, let me show you what I mean. Okay, what I mean is if you are able to take an entry from here to hold a trade from here up to this level, you still make something reasonable. This is a 4 hourly time frame. All right, so you'll be able to make so much profit. I mistakenly deleted some zones on this pair, so just keep an eye on this pair. All right, just watch out how this pair closes. Go to the level, go to a lower time frame like the 1 hourly time frame. Spot out some change of character or break of structure. Like now, as it is, if you want to be conservative to take an entry on this pair, as it is, it's consolidating on the 4 hourly time frame. You can just wait for the market to go above this particular high, then post back before just one spike down. You can take a buy to be on the safer side, all right? Because we have a break of structure here, very little break of structure, at that point. So meaning the market can go above here, then pulls back a little. You can take a buy and hold it up to this high at the top, up to this particular high here. All right. I think the video is too long already. I wanted to see if I can just cover a lot of this pairs so that you can just find one that can give profit. Then you stick to it and just follow it up and see how you can make some money from it. But we already in about 15 or 14 minutes on this video. All right. So let me just quickly look at one more pair. One more pair. This is crash 900 index. Let's check the daily time frame. This particular pair has been bullish since its inception. It's been bullish and bullish and bullish. So if you find some bullish setups, just make sure you take advantage of it. On the daily time frame, we can't find anything. So we go to the 4 hourly time frame. All right, so on the 4 hourly time frame, there was a pullback and then the market is not buying. As you can see, there was a pullback and the market is not buying. We drag from here, then places you can see the market actually got to the golden zone, then it started rejecting, started buying. So meaning we are expecting some buys and the market is most likely going to buy to the next high, and beyond. All right, because the market is really bullish. So that is how we look for setup, guys. Just don't have to stay too much on a particular chart. As you can see, this is just about 16 minutes and we've already gone through so many pairs. If you can just dedicate time to go through the pairs, you must first of all understand a strategy, then you dedicate time to go through different pairs. You possibly find a pair that matches your setup. Yeah, and it doesn't mean that every day you must find. There are days you may not find, and do not kill yourself. If you don't find, just rest. If you find a pair, then you stick to it. Just follow it up. It may not be ready to give you the profit at that moment. Just be patient enough to allow it to wait for it. To give you that complete confirmation before you take an entry, so you can make some profit. All right. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Like this video. Share your thoughts in the comment section and click on the link in the description to get to my Telegram channel so that you can find my direct contact in case you would want to reach out to me for a mentorship. All right. The current mentorship is ongoing, like the October mentorship batch is ongoing. All right. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay blessed. Peace.